Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing this evening? I haven't been on in a while, so I decided to jump on and check in and see how is everyone managing and what you've been up to. So, welcome to my channel. Welcome to come knit with me and chat. So, you know what that means. We're going to grab our needles and catch up. So, what have you been up to? Remember, go ahead and respond in the comment area. Let me know what you've been up to. How have you been managing this new life of ours? And it's amazing how we are all going through all different kind of changes. And how are you managing those changes? I think it's amazing. The other day, I went to a doctor appointment with my husband, and now you can't go into the office with him. That's a big change because for years, we could go into the doctor's office and sit with the patient and just be there for support, but now you can't do that. So when I go to the doctor, he has to sit in the car, and when he goes to the doctor, I have to sit in the car. What are some other changes that have been going on lately? The mask fight. Amazing how a little mask can bring out so much anger. And whether it helps or not, I wear my mask when I go out to stores. So now there's the big fight whether you can make people wear a mask or if you're taking away people's civil liberties. What is your thought on the mask? And what else has been going on? Because I haven't been on in a couple of days. Hmm, let me see what else is going. There's so much going on. And you know what my advice is. My advice is for you to stay away from the news. So I try to watch as little as possible. But in saying all that, we do need to know what's going on. So, what is the big one now? Oh, I know what's going on now. That is rocking everybody's world is the schools. Schools are getting ready to start, and it looks like the majority of them in my state is going to do online learning. They're going to start off the school year with online learning. A lot of pros and cons, and I can see them all. Even though I am a homeschool mom and I homeschooled my kids, the only difference with what I did and what people are being basically forced to do, because you're not given an option, is I did not work. So I was able to devote 100% of my time to the kids. Everything else took second, they came first. But now that with this situation, everybody's being mandated to do something that they did not choose. And then you're going to, a lot of people are working from home because their jobs are not allowing them to come to work. So they've been working from home since about March. And now you're going to throw in mandating that the kids stay home to do online learning. Not going to say that's not going to be confusing. It is. And not going to say that that's going to be really, really, really stressful. It is. Because right now I can't wrap my mind around it. It's like, how do you juggle all of them? I had two children. What if you have three, four, five, six, and so on? It's going to be complicated, but it's doable. It has to be doable because you're not given a choice. Now, I know what's going on. The worry is about who catches it, who spreads it, who can overcome it. I understand that. And I understand that the teachers are worried about their safety, and we're worried about the kids' safety, the bus driver's safety, the cafeteria workers' safety, and the list goes on and on and on. So the majority of the schools, not all, the majority of the schools in the state that I live in are mandating that the school year will start with online classes. What that means, nobody knows. My daughter even called him up. I think she said she called him up yesterday. What was yesterday? Monday? No, she called him up Friday because she had to make a decision. Her school district is allowing them to make a decision whether in class or online only. They haven't switched because a lot of the schools started off with options and they have switched to no option. Her school system is still giving them options. So the way she explained it to me is 9 weeks. You have to lock in and make a decision. And so if you chose for your children to go to school for 9 weeks, they will go to school. And then if you choose for them to do online, they will do that for 9 weeks. And the next 9 weeks, you would change. So far, they haven't changed. But when she called them up on Friday, she asked them, so what's next? What do I need to do? What do I need to prepare? And they said, we don't know. We haven't figured it out, and we'll get back with you in about 10 days. So life is confusing for all of us in one way, shape, or form. So tell me, how are you managing the stress of your life changing without you even knowing it was going to change? It's not like you went to the doctor and they gave you a diagnosis that you have to, and you have to go through treatment and all that. Is like one day everything was good and actually the next day the bottom fell out, period, with no explanation, no, just, you know. So, how are you handling the stress of it all? See my new blanket? This is my first blanket. I decided, thanks to what's going on, I'm trying my best not to say the name and really go deep into it because we all are going through it and we know what we're going through. So, but I have decided I'm going to make my Christmas present. So, this is Christmas present number one. This is going to my eldest grandson, who is 16. And by the time Christmas comes, he will be 17 because he has a birthday in November. So you're going to go along with me and watch me create these Christmas presents. Since I have all this time on my hand, so how are you managing your day? Because my viewers consist of working moms, working, the ones that work, and the ones that don't. So, for example, I don't work outside of the home, so my day looks different than someone who works outside of the home, essential workers. And thank you so much to all my essential workers, no matter who you are or what you've done. You weren't able to shelter in like a lot of us were. You went in from the time that the economy closed down. You have been faithful with doing what you had to do to keep our lives comfortable. And I really do appreciate that. And I thank you for that. Then we have those that work from home and have children. I'm grandmommy, so I'm in retirement mode, my husband and I. So we're actually empty nesters. So our life looks different from you, but regardless if you work, stay at home, have children, or retired, or still working through it all, it's all been very stressful and it's been very anxious and very depressing. Very, very depressing. And I think that's something that we all can agree. We've all been depressed. We have to fight depression. We have to fight being over anxious. And we have to fight just living in fear, continuous fear. We can all agree with that across the board. Whether you work, don't work, have kids, single, married, no matter what your status is, those are three things that we are all battling around the world is anxiety, depression, and fear. And it's sad. All three of them is sad. Because before this worldwide pandemic, we weren't all fighting it at the same time. There's even Hollywood it's affecting. There are been more suicides going up. More people are taking anxiety medication. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. It's amazing that you could wake up and your whole world just be destroyed by something and someone else out of your control. So how do you deal with the depression, the anxiety, and the fear? Put it in the comment. I know that's been a struggle for me, but it's gotten easier because I've learned that I have to segment my day. I really do. I have to, my day has to stay busy. I have to feel like I've accomplished something within my day, whether it's one thing or whether it's five things. So, whoops, I got something in my eye. Excuse me. Might be my hair. But whether it's one thing or five things, I have got to feel like I accomplished things. And I actually write everything down. Matter of fact, my phone that I'm taping on is sitting on my book that I actually write everything down. From the time I wake up, I put in there knitting. Like today, I think let me see if I can get the book real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna move you. It's gonna be a little shift. So hold on just a little bit. There we go. This is it right here. And in here, I write everything down. But I've always done that. I've always written everything down. I've always had diaries and journals from as long as I could start reading and writing. And so, like, I have a section broken off by days. And I have like Monday, 2 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And like on today, I'm looking and I have it written right here. And today I did some knitting. I messed around with my plants indoors. I'll have to introduce you to my plants one day. I'm going to do a video and show you some of my babies indoors. I actually have about 2, 4, 6, at least 10 plants inside. And I have about 10 to 15 outside. So, and then what else did I do? Steam and list for Poshmark. I do have a online business that I started in May of last year. So May 25th was my first sell on Poshmark. And so May 25th, 2020 was actually 1 year. So I do that. That keeps me busy. So I steamed 2 items, took pictures of them and listed them on Poshmark. And I also did some exercising. I either walk or I do reps. And right now I'm in the 7 rep mode. So I did some exercising. So this is how I segment my day to feel like I've accomplished something and I stay busy. And the busier I stay, the less anxiety, the less depression, the less fear. And mainly the fear goes away the least amount of news you listen to. Mind you, we need to know what's going on around us, but you cannot. I think in the beginning, everybody just stayed glued to the TV because we were in shock that our life has ceased the way we knew it. It just ceased. You know, usually things happen because of our choices, but at this point, it had nothing to do with our choices, and all of a sudden, we're just going around happy go lucky, and life stopped just like that. So then we found ourselves buried into the news, and the news is what creates fear because we don't know which is fake, and we don't know what it is, and every channel has a different slant, and you don't know what to believe, and there's always the fighting and the arguing, the name calling. Right. Not a lot of facts, you know. So that's how I do it. So on Wednesday, I'll turn to my Wednesday page. This is what I did last Wednesday, and I will go about it like that. And um, I'm very, what's the word I want to use? Symptomatic, systematic about how I do it. Because I purposely, like today, if I had a washed, or tonight, I might throw in a load of clothes, I'll put on their washed clothes. And so at the end of the day, I can see everything that I've done. And that makes me feel like I accomplished something to accomplish something that day. And it keeps my mind off of what's going on in the world around me that I can't control. See, that's the key, guys. You've got to focus on the things you can control. Now, the things that you can't control, they're out of our control. If they decided to drop a nuclear bomb right now, there's absolutely nothing none of us could do about it. Absolutely not. I don't care how much you have prepped for it. I don't care how much food you have stored away. I don't care how much toilet paper I have in my storage room or hand sanitizer or whatever. If they decided out there to have a nuclear war, that's it. But they haven't done it, thank God. And right now, there's a lot going on out there that we can't control. The key is controlling what you can. I am still very much homebound, avoiding the virus. I do my part by wearing a mask. That's a choice. That's a big, heated discussion right now. All I can say is during this stressful time, the least we could do is be nice to each other. So whether you choose to wear a mask or not, or I choose to wear a mask or not, that's a personal decision, and let's be nice about it. Enough of the going back and forth, name calling, and just being ridiculous about it. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't. Now, if the stores tell you you have to wear a mask to go in the store, do it. Sometimes it's not about me. It's not. Sometimes we got it. It's not about you. It's about other people. It is. It's about your family. If you could care less about me and my family, at least think about yours, your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles and your husbands and your cousins, and the list goes on. But enough of the mask. That is how I segment my day to be constructive. I do this every day, and that keeps my mind off of the things I can't control, and I just worry about the things I can control. I do have 2 online businesses, one on Poshmark and one on Macari, and I work them, I make money. End of story. That's how that goes. And then I'm decided to start thinking about Christmas. And I was like, since I'm at home and I love to knit, and my channel is called Come Knit With Me and Chat, we're going to chat along as I create different gifts. I'm doing gift number 1. And I didn't know I had such a green thumb. My mom did. I grew up in a jungle. Beautiful jungle. My mom took immaculate care of her plants just like she did her kids. And she could take one leaf, put it in the water, it would root, and she would take that baby plant and put it in dirt, and she would baby it and take such good care of it that that plant would be taller than I am, and I'm 5'5". And I never knew if I could. I've tried and killed them all, but I didn't have time. And now I have more time than I know what to do with, due to the fact in 2018 I got a, I don't know how to word it. In 2018, my life changed because going through my physical, doing some blood work, it came back. It came back. I don't know how to explain it because I haven't been ready to talk about it on this channel, but I do not work outside the home because of my health. And it went from testing, diagnosis, major surgery, treatment, and recovery. And that's all I'll say for right now. I'll share more when it's time. So because of that, I do not work outside of the home. And so I'm very much was homebound before all this started because my surgery was January 2019 and it was major, and I took that whole year and had to recover from that along with treatment. I do a monthly treatment, and this was a surprise when the world just ceased, when the economy shut down. Who would have thought it? So now I'm homebound, still taking care of my health, but I'm homebound because I'm forced because of a pandemic. So so I don't go out much except for basically doctor appointments. I am married and I have a wonderful husband, and he has doctor appointments and I have doctor appointments, and then usually during our doctor appointments we grab groceries, and if we don't have a doctor's appointments we usually can grab enough groceries for about 10 days, 10 to 14 days. So if we didn't have to go to the doctor, we wouldn't have to buy groceries for about maybe 10 to 14, I would say 12 to 14 days. So we basically stay home, stay clear of the virus. Um, Once in a while, I will go over my daughter's house. She lives about maybe 45 minutes away from me. And I'll go there and spend the day with her and the grandkids, my son-in-law. And my sister just mentioned she does the visit. She just set up one of her patios to be, she calls it the Corona patio. So if you want to go see her, we can sit on the patio, not have to go to her house, stay 6 feet away. And she mentioned we need to do that again, and we do. So we'll probably set a date so we can go spend, go see each other. And as far as coworkers and other family members and stuff, we talk on the phone, do a lot of group chatting and texting, and that's it to keep the family safe. So, guys, yeah, just want to jump on. Haven't been on for a while. Had to take a little mini break. Haven't really quite figured out what angle I want this YouTube channel to go, but right now we're going to keep it with Um, Come knit with me and chat. Let's talk about what's going on in your day. Go ahead and comment. Tell me how you are handling your depression, your anxiety, and your fears. What do you do? What do you do all day since you're homebound? Um, what do you do to create a positive, safe space mentally and physically for you and your family? What do you do? Like I said, I knit. I have two online businesses and I do a lot of planting and I write everything down so I can actually see my accomplishments of the day. That helps. You'd be surprised how your day goes by real quick like that. Even if I vacuum, I'll put that on the list, what I did for the day, not what I need to do. These lists are what I did for that day. And then, two, in the comment, I want to hear whether you wear mask or not. Um, and for all of you guys that have kids, is your state or your area allowing you to make a choice? And what was your choice? Are you going to send them to school or keep them home? And if you work from home and you're going to have to educate your kids for home, what are some ideas that you're going to do so I can share those ideas with other people so we can help each other. So everyone can help each other on what is their game plan. Already, I know one person, I think she has a kindergartner, which makes it so complicated. So she's actually not going to do home online learning, which is basically connected to the school, and there's a teacher that will come on a Zoom class and do it like that. She's going to do straight out homeschooling. That's what I did. I ordered my curriculum from Abeka, which is, I think, stationed in Pensacola, Florida, and they would send me my box for the whole year, school year, of all my workbooks, my teacher assignments, all that stuff. And that's what I used as a guideline for teaching my kid. And I think that's what she's going to do with her son. And then that way, she said what she's going to do is work during the day. And when she gets done with work at 4 or 5 o'clock, she will spend that time. School will be in the evening. So I think that's just perfect. So. Because you can homeschool them. Just a suggestion. You don't have to do online learning. If you do the homeschool method, you will have to keep up with their grades and you will have to keep up with everything you would have to do in order to get them back in the school. But that's an idea to just homeschool them, order a curriculum. I used Abeka, Abeka, and they give you everything you need for the school year. So it's more hands-on, but you have more control of when you're going to teach your kid as your children instead of being what do I want to say, tethered to had to log in at this time to do online learning connected with the schools. And if you have any questions, contact them or contact a homeschool group and ask questions and figure out how you can outright. Because to me, that would be the solution for you guys that work from home. Then that way you dictate when school starts instead of the school system dictate. Just a suggestion. Because we're here to help each other. And the whole point of Come Knit with Me and Chat is to just kind of chat about our lives and our day and figure out, and hopefully there's something that I say that will actually help you in maybe a bump in the road in your life. And maybe there's something you will say to me that will help me. It's all about helping each other to be successful and to get over the anxiety, the depression, and the fear. So, guys, I'm going to get ready to go. I haven't had dinner, so I'm getting ready to get dinner. And you'll watch me complete this. As soon as I complete this, I'm going to make one for his brother. Each one is going to have this base, but his brother's is going to have a color in it. And right now I'm leaning toward orange. He's 10. So I'm going to say bye. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. Remember, like, go ahead and comment. Tell me how you're doing, what you're doing. Do you wear a mask? Do you have any suggestions on how to make this school year at home easier? And I will see you on the next video, okay? So, talk to you later. Bye.